Hello guys, Mugabon Sliver and I'm back with another video. Sorry that last week's video was a edit. I was very busy on holiday, but I am able to be back and in person. And today I am going to take the Hogwarts House quiz. 3 to be exact, 3 different ones, because I know that some have different questions and give you different answers, so I'm going to be taking the quiz. What's going to happen is I'm going to read out the questions, I'm going to give you the answers, I'm going to tell you what answers there are, and then I am going to give my answers. I will give you the answers to each test that I take to see which house I get when I am done with each test. I'm not exactly sure how to get the links into the video, so I may comment them down below later, but I will tell you which test I'm taking. The first one is the Brainfall Hogwarts House quiz, so I'm going to do that one. The first question is, you are making a PowerPoint presentation for a class project. You A. Take charge, organise everyone and end up doing almost everything. B. Do as little as you can. Are the perks of group projects. C. Do a little of everything. D. Do most of the research and writing but let other people make it flashy. Now, group projects are supposed to be a bit of everyone doing the work. Everyone's supposed to help in some way, so I feel like I do a little bit of everything, so I feel helpful. I won't want to feel bad if someone got a bad grade, or I won't want to feel responsible if they didn't and it went bad. The next question is, do you cheat in class? A. Absolutely not. B. You try not to, but sometimes it's the only way to stay afloat. C. Yes, a fair amount. Everybody does it. D. If you count sharing answers and helping friends who are struggling. If I'm totally honest, no, I don't cheat in class. The only time me and students share answers if it's a group discussion and we're allowed to discuss the questions. I don't cheat. Absolutely not. It's not right. I have my morals in place. The next question. When you die, do you hope to A. Be wealthy enough to provide for my many generations of your family? B. Have achieved success and travelled the world? C. Be surrounded by lifelong friends? D. Have learned everything there is to know? I want to be surrounded by lifelong friends, honestly. I don't care as long as I have friends and family to be there for me and support me. It's not right to leave behind people who you love for wealth, fame and fortune and knowledge. I mean, it would be nice to know stuff, but no friends and family. You see a group of bullies picking on a nerd. You A. Go up to the bullies and yell in their face. B. Find the nerd afterwards and reach out to him. C. Sympathise with the nerd but quickly walk on. D. Think it's funny. Now, to be honest, I'm a bit stuck on this because I know what it's like to be bullied, but I'd feel weird about, I would feel bad for them. And wouldn't we all? But I'm not sure what I'd do in that situation. I guess I would convince them to tell the teacher, but I'm not sure about yelling in their face. I guess I'd reach out, I'd stay behind after and reach out to them and try and convince them to do the right thing. I mean, if it was a quiet place, I'd call them out on it, but we're assuming this is a crowded hallway, right? So I'd reach out after. Okay. Oh, this looks like a fun question. Which of these entertainment professions most appeals to you? A, an agent. B, screenwriter. C, major movie star. D, entertainment lawyer. One of them really stands out to me, and it stands out to me a lot because it's one of my dream jobs. My 3 big dream jobs are media related, and one of them is a screenwriter, so I'm gonna go with that because I have a huge passion for writing. Next question. How do you flirt with someone you like? A, you don't. You tell someone straight up you like them. B, you have a real deep conversation. C, you make witty jokes and smile coyly to charm the pants off them. D, you deliver great cheesy pick up or wink at them. You're not supposed to say pick-up lines, but it doesn't. To be honest, I don't know. I don't do either of these. I usually just leave it. But in the case where I have told people, I just straight up tell them. Most of the time, I just straight up tell people because I don't see reason to go around it like it's some taboo subject. Yeah, I like you. If you don't like me, that's fine. Next question. How many questions are there? Oh, 12. In high school, your favourite extracurricular was A, student government, B, sports team, C, a student club, D, a debate or academic team. I didn't go to a lot of extracurricular activities. May have gone to an astronomy club meeting once in my first year. May have stayed behind to work on studying for my exams once or twice. Not a lot of extracurriculars. I guess a debate or academic team would be the best. A student club, I guess that's astronomy. I don't know. I did go to hockey and netball. I'll say a sports team because that's the closest I can get to what I went to. You get home from the corner store and notice you were a little undercharged. You A, drive back to the store and pay the difference. B, don't worry about it, it's only a few dollars off. C, will tell them next time you shop there if you ever go back. D, can't believe your luck. I'd want to pay the difference, but I'd be very scared to go tell them, but I'd probably just go back and pay the difference because it would bug me if I didn't. Next question is, your idea of a worthwhile summer vacation is A, hanging out and catching up with friends back home. B, parachuting or diving off cliffs of Acapulco. Acapulco, I think that says. I have no clue. It could be Acapulco. I have no idea. C, curling up with a good book on the porch. D, summer school. Summer school is what's going to get you into Ravenclaw if you answer that. Honestly, curling up with a good book on the porch. I'm all for reading. I'm a giant bookworm. You hear that a girl in your class has just switched right into the same essay topic that you've been working on since September. This would anger me so much. You A, make an appointment with the professor and slip in how you came up with the idea first. B, resent her from afar but say nothing. C, don't care, your good work will speak for itself. D, confront her and ask her not to copy your idea. To be honest, if this happened to me, I'd be very mad. very mad, but I won't say anything. I'd probably get over it in the end. Like, I'd probably just take a bit of time to fume over my ideas, but then make me work vigorously on my own project and not care in the end because I'm a good student. And so yeah, my work will speak for itself. I don't care after an hour or two. How do you get your time alone when you want it? A. Tell friends it's reflection time and retreat to your room. B. Cancel on a movie date with friends. C. Disappear for long periods without a word. D. Do errands or go for a drive. Now, I retreat to my room, but I don't tell anyone. And I don't call it reflection time. I call it me time. So, probably disappear for long periods without a word, because I usually don't tell people that I'm not going to be back. And the last question, when planning a group trip, you are the one who A. worries most about travel plans and lodging. You probably take the responsibility of planning if you can. Let others worry about destinations and logistics. You're going along for the wild ride. C. Follow the leader and cast your vote when needed. You're on the trip to relax, not stress. D. Recommend some planning options. You're the backup leader. I honestly don't know. Like, I do try to pitch in, and I do everything for myself, I plan, but I don't take over, like, I don't plan about it all. I just want to relax. It's spontaneous. I'd probably recommend some planning options as a backup leader, because usually if I was going on a trip, it'd be me and my best mate. So I'd have to be backup leader, submit the answers. And I'll give you that one later. The next one is the official Pottermore sorting. It's not the Pottermore one, it's the profs.com quiz. And it's the one that has every question the Pottermore quiz could give you. So there's like 28 questions here. Let's see how well this goes. What would you least like to be called? Ignorant, cowardly, selfish, ordinary? I am the least selfish person you will ever meet. I am not selfish. So probably that. I mean, I am modest, but I do sometimes overbrag. But that means that, like, I take pride in what I've got, and I don't realise I'm doing it. But I am the least selfish person you will ever meet. So selfish. When you're dead, what do you want people to do when they think of you? Miss me and smile. Think of my achievements. Tell stories about my adventures. I don't care what people think of me when I'm dead. It's when I'm alive that counts. Probably miss me and smile. I mean, I'm not going to do I might not do anything good with my life. I might not be famous, and I just want my friends to miss me and smile. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be known by the Prime Minister, is it? When I'm dead, I want people to remember me as the good, the great, the wise, the bold. I'm not bold. I'm not wise. I'm a good person. I'm going to go with the good. If you could make a potion that would guarantee you one thing, what would it be? Love, glory, wisdom, power. Great! 4 things. And they're so obvious. Which house? Power is for Slytherin, wisdom, Ravenclaw, glory, Gryffindor, and love is Hufflepuff. But to be honest, I would take love because it's one of the most important things in the world. In my opinion. Just where I'm putting it out there. 4 goblets are placed before you. Which do you drink? The golden potion that gives off that gives off bright sunspots and dance around the room. A silver glittery potion that sparkles as if containing ground diamonds. A thick potion that smells of plum and chocolate. A black inky potion that gives off fumes and makes you see strange visions. The third one really appeals to me, the potion that smells of plums and chocolate. Personally, I don't like plums, but I cannot stand leaving a chocolate there if it's meant to be eaten. If it's there and it's just sitting there, it's meant to be eaten. Chocolate is meant to be eaten, and hot chocolate is meant to be drank. So I'm going to go with the third one, the fake one that smells of plums and chocolate. Too tempting. Which instrument is most pleasing to your ear? Violin, piano, drums, trumpet. Trumpet? No. Violin? Don't get me started. Drums are nice, but they sound a bit too violent, so I'm gonna go for the piano. You enter a magical garden. What do you do first? This has to be my favourite question on the quiz so far. Luminous pool with something in its depths. Statue with twinkling eye. Silver tree with golden apples. Talking toadstools. My favourite question. I'd go to see the talking toadstools. 4 boxes are set before you. Which do you open? A plain jet black box with silver rim that you know to be the mark of Merlin. A golden box with carved feet that warns of secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lurk within. A plain pewter box which says, I open for the worthy. A tortoiseshell box that sounds like something living is squeaking inside. To be honest, that last one, the one with the squeaking noise, I wouldn't be able to resist it. Like the temptation to know what was inside that box making the noise would make me open it. For the pure knowledge there could be a cute, fluffy creature inside. Or something cute and interesting. You know, something worthwhile. The noise alone is enough for me to want to open it. Plus, the description of it sounds amazing. So, that one. Which smell is most appealing to you? Home, the sea, fresh parchment, a log fire. All of those smells they reminisce with me a bit. I like the sound of log fires, and because I went on holiday to a cottage with a log fire. Fresh parchment, it makes me think of the fresh book smell. You know when you get a new book in, it's got that new book smell. That's really nice. The sea, I spent a lot of time by the sea, like near the sea on holidays as a kid, so it means a lot. And home, but to be honest, home is where the heart is. That's what I call home. I call home where the heart is. So the smell that's most appealing to me is home. I'm only on question 10. I need to speed up and stop explaining my answers. Maybe. A troll breaks into the headmaster's study. Order the following items in the order you would save them. Dragon pox cure that the headmaster has nearly completed. Student records going back 1,000 years. A book of indecipherable ruins that thought to have been owned by Merlin. So I guess the order I would save the items would be the cure, the records, and then the book. What would you rather be? Trusted, liked, praised, feared, envied, imitated? I think that says imitated. I would like to be trusted. I'd like to say I'm a trustworthy person. I'd like to say people trust me a lot. So I'm going to say trusted. Which of the following do you have the most trouble dealing with? Hunger, being ignored. Cold, boredom, loneliness. This is going to sound so bad, but I have big trouble with being hungry. I can't stand it. So you will more than likely find me eating food. It is very common for that to happen with me. If you could have a superpower, which would you choose? Read minds. Invisibility. Change the past. Change your appearance. Talk to animals. Super strength. Now, this is going to sound weird, but I think they'd be very interesting. So I'd like to talk to animals. I feel like they would be interesting. And it could help. It could really help. You know, figuring out what your dog wants when they're whining at you. Or what your cat is actually saying when they are glaring at you. Yeah, I choose to talk to animals. Which of the following would you like to study? Centaur, merpeople, ghosts, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls. I think werewolves would be pretty interesting. It'd be safe to know about them. Which subject at Hogwarts would you be most interested in studying? Everything, apparition, hexes and jinxes, secrets about the castle, transfiguration, broom flying, care magical creatures. Now I think my favourite class would be transfiguration, but I'm most interested to do the care magical creatures because I want to learn about like the hippogriffs and the unicorns and nifflers, especially nifflers. I'd love to own a niffler. You and your friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll. He insists that one of you fight him before you can cross. What do you do? Confuse the troll. Have all three of you fight without telling the troll. Volunteer to fight. Draw a lot to see who fights first. I mean, I would volunteer, but I am not brave like that. So I wouldn't, but I would wish I had volunteered. No, I would have all three of us go at the troll. That way, there's more chance of winning. You know that a fellow house member cheated on a test. You got the second highest grade in the class. Your housemate was highest. Professor Flitwick confronts you and asks if they were cheating. What do you do? Tell Professor Flitwick the truth. If your classmate is willing to come first by cheating, he deserves to be found out. You'll make up for the house points your classmate loses by coming in first. Tell Professor Flitwick to ask your classmate, and tell your classmate that if he won't tell the truth, you will. Lie and say you don't know, but hope he finds out somehow. If you knew someone was cheating, you wouldn't wait for Flitwick to say. You'd tell him before the test started. I'd have to say lie and say you don't know, because I'm not very confident and upfront about that stuff. I mean, a mate, I don't tell on someone I'm not mates with. Maybe, but not a mate, so I'd lie and say I don't know, but hope he finds out. Which path do you take? Twisting leafy path through the woods. A dark, lit alley, a wide, sunny, grassy path, a cobblestone street lined with ancient buildings. I'd take the wide, sunny, grassy path. Which nightmare would scare you the most? None of your friends or family knowing who you are. Being trapped in a dark room with an eye peering at you through a keyhole. Being caught up high with no handholds. Being forced to speak in a funny voice so that everyone laughs at you. Now I have a chronic fear of heights and a terrible recurring nightmare about falling. But in this case, that one doesn't scare me because there is no guarantee that I will fall without those handholds. There's just a guarantee that there are no handholds on a high place. None of my friends or family know who I am because I'd be lost without my family, and my friends, I'd be lost without them. I don't know what I'd do without them, so that one. You are walking down a street late at night and hear a cry that you're fairly sure is a magical source. What do you do? Withdraw into the shadows, reviewing offensive and defensive spells that might be appropriate. Draw your wand and try to discover the source. Proceed with caution, keeping a hand on your still concealed wand. Draw your wand and stand your ground. I'd probably draw my wand and try to discover the source because it's the right thing to do, you know, if you want to help. A muggle approaches you and says you're a wizard. How do you react? Ask them why they think so. Agree and offer a sample of a jinx. Agree and walk away, bluffing. Express your concern and offer to call a mental hospital. Okay, that's the weirdest question that this quiz has given me. I'm probably going to say ask them why they think so, because, I mean, that's the only logical thing that I could think of doing. Like, why do you think that? Hey, you're a wizard or a witch. Why do you think that? Stars or moon? I've got to say stars. Forest, or I like the forest over the river. I don't want to get wet. Black or white? I'm going to go with black. I don't know if you've noticed, I usually end up wearing dark colours, not bright colours, so I'm going to go with black. Heads or tails? I'm going to go with tails. Tails are cute. You won't want to keep a head with you. I'm just going to left or right. I'm going to go for a right because I'm right-handed. Dawn or dusk? I like dawn. Start of a new day. If you had to pick any house to be sorted into, which would you pick? I want to put Slytherin for this because I know I'm a Slytherin, but I know that might greatly affect my. I'm just gonna say I'll let the house decide where I should be, where I should be, because in the past I've said that, and it's in the past I put like say Gryffindor or something, and it's put me in Slytherin. I mean, and in the past I've also put this and it's put me in Slytherin, so I'm gonna say I'll let the hat decide and get off there before it reveals my answer. If my answer, yep, okay. Which Hogwarts house are you? This is a Quotev. This is on Quotev.com. What Hogwarts house are you? It's 11 questions. Yay. The lighting's a bit weird. Does that helps? Yay. Light on. Yay. Sorry. If you could bring back memories with one smell, what would it be? The smell of a glorious pine forest under the setting sun. The smell of roaring flames engulfing wood in a fireplace. The smell of the salty sea, a smell that could lead you to imagine waves rolling on the beach in your mind. The smell of fresh black earth underneath my bare feet in summer. I'm going to have to say the smell of the salty sea because I love the coast sometimes and it's a relaxing place for me in many ways. I mean, I don't want to explain why, but I have a connection with the sea that I like to go on the beach for walks I would if I could live near the beach. I don't. But yeah. If you could represent one animal, what would it be? A fox, friendly and clever but tricky and fast. A wolf, aggressive when angered, a bad enemy to have but loyal to its pack. A dormouse, friendly, cuddly, shy and sweet and loving. An owl, wise, clever but cunning and stealthy. That friendly, cuddly, shy, sweet and loving. Okay, that's just got to me. I'm choosing the dormouse. Which out of these is your favourite place to be? A large open field with onlookers, fans and friends. In a forest where the sunlight filters through the thin branches exploring hidden trails. A library stocked with new and old books, their smell lingers in the air, perfectly undisturbed. On a sunny path through a meadow or perhaps a glade with some of my closest friends. That last one, because it sounds a lot nicer than some of the others. I mean, the library is okay, but this one sounds nice for her to be outside. say, completely hypothetical, you can choose your soulmate. What is the first thing you'd look for in someone? Okay, this is going to be a fun question. The way they treat others, I have no problem with anyone, so why should they? Also, their kindness and humour. Their resourcefulness when times are hard, and their ability to defend me, maybe even their ability to crack witty jokes and insult those who insult me. Their intelligence and quick wit, but their friendly company and ability to cheer me up, as well as the fact that they'll have the same likes and dislikes as me, so you won't have to argue. Their bravery to stand with me until the very end, and their cute clinginess that is in a real fact their protectiveness that may save me one day. Now, I know this sounds weird. I mean, I'm a bit clingy if I think something's wrong sometimes, but I don't want someone who's clingy. I want someone who trusts me to go out on my own and allows me to be independent, so isn't clingy. I think the first one, I mean, I'd have no problem with anyone. I don't care as long as they're kind and they've got a good sense of humour and they care about me and they treat me and others with the respect we deserve for the way we treat other people. So the first answer. Okay, running out of questions, but I promise I won't stoop so low to ask what your favourite colour is. Going back to question 1, if you could bring back one memory with a smell, what would that memory be? The feel of stealth and discovery, the feel of home and friends where I am bravest, the feel of being somewhere where every piece of air is stuffed with history and knowledge, the feel of sunlight on me as the wind in my face, and the glory of being outside. The last question, sunlight and wind, being outside, it makes me think of the beach, so that one. God, this is a lot of me talking about the beach. Question 6. What is your worst point? Be truthful. My arrogance and occasional big-headedness, my liability to overpower others with knowledge, my stubbornness, the fact that I always boast, though that is actually very, very good for self-esteem. When I'm incredibly clingy beyond belief, so that people tend to be annoyed by it. To be honest, I am extremely stubborn. I mostly don't know when to drop things. I mean, sometimes I will, but only if I can't see myself winning an argument. I am incredibly stubborn, and I need to sort that out. What seems best out of these quotes? 'Tis better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. We are all born ignorant, but one must have. Fear cuts deeper than swords. The rich are the ones who hold the authority against authority. To be honest, loving and losing is better than not loving, if that makes sense. I mean, love is the most powerful source of magic in the world. That's my opinion. What does the term... Okay, don't hate me for this. What does the term mudblood mean to you? Judgment. I hate that people just picking on others. Can't there be peace in the world? Stupidity. If someone is smart, it doesn't matter where they came from as long as they truly love learning. The truth. Muggleborn should cease to exist, and mudblood should be the technical term for someone like... them. Can I just say I'm not picking that answer? Cowardice. I can't believe someone would be so scared near someone whose ancestry isn't pure. Idiots. No opinion. I prefer to stay out of this. It's only a word. It might be supposed to mean something, but it's mostly just an outdated term. I'm going to say judgment because I absolutely hate people who judge people for nothing. It's basically nothing. Question 9. What would you do if you were offered to practice an unforgivable curse on a first year by the fake Moody? And if you were to accept, what kind of person are you? Which curse would you use? Say no, of course. Those first years might be in my house. I stay loyal to them. Thank you very much. No, I knew it was Voldemort's assistant. I've been keeping him under a close watch, and look, he looks incredibly suspicious. I plan to tell Dumbledore. No, are you crazy? This looks suspicious. Maybe I'll try and sneak up to Moody's office with my help of my friends and put some Veritaserum in his drink. That'll make him talk. Avada Kedavra, kill the Mudblood. Crucio, I couldn't kill anyone no matter how horrible I am. So I watched him suffer in pain. Imperio, do my bidding. I wouldn't be that mean. Geez, there are limits. I'd say no. I mean, first years, never. Quite something. Anyway, bet you're glad. So this is a twist on the fairly frequently asked question. If one of your two friends were put to death, who would you pick to survive? They're Gryffindor and Slytherin, so usual. No, I can't decide. They're my friends. You're a horrible person. Evil slimy git. Sentence the Slytherin to death and become BFFs with the Gryffindor. Strategically decide which one of your friends would help you in the long run. Filthy little mudblood. Kill the Gryffindor. Ask the Slytherin out. Okay, why are they being put to death? And they're both great, so whatever, just let them be. Can't decide. Oh wait, no, not that. I don't want that one. Why are they being put to death? It's whatever, just let them, let them live. And for the last question, if you had a choice between you know who, he must be not named, Voldemort, the Dark Lord, Voldemoldy, Tom Riddle, whatever you want to call him, and Death, which would you pick? Death, Voldemort, cringe, shall not claim me. Are you kidding me? I'm already a Death Eater, you idiot. The Dark Lord, of course. Which would be better for me? If I go with you-know-who, Azkaban or Death Awaits Me, but then again, Death Awaits Me anyway. I shall never give in to Oh, okay, I can't say his name. I stay true to Hogwarts, Dumbledore, and my non-Death Eater friends. I might go you-know-who, but that doesn't mean I'll follow his every rule or stay loyal. Yeah, I stay true to Hogwarts, Dumbledore, and my non-Death Eater friends, so I'd never give in to the Dark Lord. Okay, let's see my results. For the first quiz that I took, I got Gryffindor. You are bold, passionate, and brave. You have a highly defined sense of right and wrong, and you are not afraid to speak your mind or fight for what you want. Second quiz, you might belong in Hufflepuff where they are loyal. Those patient Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Yeah, Hufflepuff there. Hufflepuff, you might, yeah, okay. Apparently that one's Hufflepuff. Yay! So, not any Slytherin. So, yeah. Subscribe and tell me what house you're in if you take any quizzes. Hit the notification bell to never miss when I upload. And like the video. So, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next week.